Hello, and we're back again with another Castlevania creature made for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. This time, we're looking at the Ectoplasm, the blobby face things found in the library in Symphony of the Night. Ectoplasms are a form of collective phantom, made from the dregs of lost souls. Their incomplete and lost nature fills them with agony and despair. They are often attracted to places of darkness, death, and vile energies, not through an alignment with those facets, but as an attraction to the void they so desire. The curse they bear onto others is minor, however, it often leads to unfortunate scenarios. Their misguided desire to limit their pain and the pain of others tends to lead only to more misfortune. As a creature with many contesting incomplete minds, ectoplasms can seem quite unintelligent or even mad at times, though they have been known to come together to produce more coherent thoughts and pursue loftier goals on occasion. And Dens of Sorrow sidebar. Ectoplasm bear a slight psychic sensitivity, allowing them to sense the pain, suffering, and horrors that have bled into a place. Some who find ectoplasms will attempt to calm them, as they can be a wealth of knowledge about the tragic history of the places that they're drawn to. So ectoplasms are a level 7 creature. The level chosen here is because they can give you a permanent curse, and it's around level 7 when you're able to break curses on your own as a party, and a few levels before that you might be able to afford to purchase spellcasting to do so. They are an uncommon, medium, ethereal, incorporeal phantom spirit, which is normal for phantoms. They have a 10 perception and dark vision. They speak common, but you could realistically give them just about any language. They have acrobatics, anguish lore, which we'll get into, intimidation, and stealth. They have -5 strength, as normal for incorporeal creatures, a dex of 4, con and int of 0, wisdom of -2, because they're not kind of quite complete, and a charisma of 7. They are basically held together by their collective force of self, trying to cohabitate into a proper soul. They have the Anguish of Ages ability, and ectoplasm's collective souls suffer for their lost path, but grant themselves an awareness that the unsuffering scarcely have. It may always use Anguish lore to roll initiative and to recall knowledge about places in which horrible things have happened, tapping into the echoes of pain and lamentation of the location. They have an AC of 23, Fortitude of 11, Reflex of 15, and Will of 13. They have 84 hit points, are immune to bleed, disease, paralyzed, poison, and precision damage, and they have resistance to all damage 7 except for force, ghost touch, or spirit, and they have double resistance versus non-magical damage. So if you don't have a magic weapon, they're not going to take much damage at all. They are susceptible to death, as all phantoms are. So, though phantoms aren't alive, neither are they undead, and they are uniquely vulnerable to the effects of death. A phantom whose hit points are reduced to 0 as a result of a death effect, such as from a spell like Execute, is immediately whisked away to the River of Souls, where their soul resumes its usual path to the afterlife. They have a fly speed of 25 feet, and a face attack, which is finesse and magical. So they deal 2d6 plus 6 spirit damage, plus the Curse of Agony. The Curse of Agony has the Curse trait, as one might expect, and when an ectoplasm deals damage with its face strike, it passes on a curse for others to feel their pain, and suffer should they use tools to change their fate. The creature must attempt a DC 25 will save. On a critical success, they are unaffected and immune to Curse of Agony for 10 minutes. On a success, they are unaffected and immune to Curse of Agony until the beginning of the ectoplasm's next turn. On a failure for 1 minute, anytime the creature attempts to strike with a weapon, activate an item, or interact to draw or pick up an item, they must succeed a DC 3 flat check or the action is disrupted, basically giving them a 10% chance at failing any action. And on a critical failure, the curse is permanent. I did not put incapacitate on this because it is a 10% chance, and it's around the time when you could have a curse broken. Although I wouldn't be upset if people threw Incapacitate on there, simply because that is a pretty rough effect. But if you're lower level anyway, it's still going to affect you. And they have Mad Dash, which is a 3-action activity, and it flies once, passing through any number of creatures on its path, dealing 2d6 plus 6 spirit damage with a basic reflex save of DC 25 to each creature it passes through. It may affect each creature only once during this movement, and creatures that fail their reflex so are exposed to Curse of Agony. So they can be pretty nasty, much as they are in the game. They're uncommon for a reason. And I hope you liked that creature. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you want to see creatures like this, or even find the transcript of this one and its image that you can download, check out my Patreon. The link will be in the description below. It's all 100% free. I really appreciate support, but I do not require it for access to things on my Patreon. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you next time. Peace.